Have this feeling, haven't felt for so long. Took a hold of me and won't let go. I've been sleeping, caught me off my guard. Cause you're in my space and now I'm so pull me towards you and I cannot fight it. My head's underwater, try to disguise it. Want you to hold me, though we haven't spoken. I need that something to get me to open. You are only a shot away from me to be my everything. Cause you are only a shot away from me to be my everything. You are only a shot away from me to be my everything. Cause you are only a shot away from me to be my everything. Won't let you touch me, won't let you go to my head. Cause I know I'm dealing with the devil. But I'm standing with my heart in your hand. And I'm too deep into win this gamble. Pull me towards you and I cannot fight it. My head's underwater, I try to disguise it. Want you to hold me, though we haven't spoken. I need that something to get me to open. Only a shot away from me to be my everything. Cause you are only a shot away from me to be my everything.
Hi, guys.
She wants me down.
Hello, everybody. Happy Cruise Day Tuesday, Nautica.
Hello.
Hope everybody is doing well. Merry Cruisemas. Getting close to Christmas. How's everybody doing?
Merry Christmas.
It is, yes, Merry Christmas. It is just a week and a little bit until Christmas comes. So
And then happy Hanukkah, because that's on the 26th.
yeah, so good to see everybody here. Can you see and hear us okay? Hopefully, we're obviously not on a cruise ship anymore.
No. Well, they don't put fireplaces on too many cruise ships. Christmas trees
Oh, yes, we
with
saw
upside down
lots
stars.
of Christmas trees. And yes, we're just back from the Carnival Jubilee.
Yes.
We did have I know that last week we were a bit complainy, but we did have a fantastic time.
Just about Galveston, but we did discover the secret of Galveston.
We
what
learned
took place.
a thing or
We
two.
now understand
We've had conversations
No,
with
Galveston.
Galveston. We've had conversations with the hotel
Thanks,
director.
Carl. Yeah.
And but thanks, Carl.
Carl says good hidden sound.
Oh, thank you. There you go. Thank you, Carl. CMPJ 519. Hi. Oh, Mary Ellen Med also said, you look and sound great. Well, good to see you. You look and sound great
Yes.
too, except I can't hear you.
Crazy Cat Traveler, I disagree. She
What
says
do you
not a
mean?
proper Christmas tree, no cat knocking ornaments off of it. You don't see the cat down there knocking ornaments off.
We
do
do
have
have
a
a
little-
cat.
yes.
We have Naomi's cat. So Cheryl
Little fuzz face.
Cheryl, one deck down, had hand surgery today, lying on the couch watching YouTube. May you recover very quickly, Cheryl. Oh my goodness. I wish you a swift recovery, and may you not have any pain from that. Definitely. May you fix whatever you need to fixing. And hand surgery is detailed because there's all kinds of nerves and
Wires, miscellaneous
there's,
springs.
I don't think there's that many springs in there, but let's say some hellos to
Small
the
screws.
people. Oh, Mary
Non-magnetic too.
Ellen is taking a packing break,
Oh.
evicting her from the ship tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
Mary Ellen, I cannot keep track of where you are. Last I knew, you were on the Venezia. Are you still on the Venezia?
They're kicking you out on a Wednesday?
Because I think Lee was on the Venezia as well. Are you on the Venezia, Mary Ellen? I'd love to know that. Mercy Rodriguez in
Hello,
the
Mercy
house.
Rodriguez.
Hello, Mercy. I'm going to go backwards. How dare they kick you out, says Crazy Cat Traveler. Oh, my goodness. Let's see if we can go backwards and say hello to people. We've mentioned a few. I see D&G in the house.
Addie Monk is here. D&G, glad you're here.
Thank you, Mod Squad, for being here, for being so supportive. Yeah, we have some news to talk about, but we're going to talk about that eventually. Some
news.
We have some good news about coming off this. About our cruise, but also some sad news, but also good memory kind of news. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Anthony Simone, the Modigator.
Hello, Anthony Simone.
Cheers, Anthony, using that cup. I love your cup. That glass, it really is glass, actually.
It's thick glass, too. It's a nice cup.
Aboard with Anthony cup. I love it. It makes such a nice cocktail.
Kathy L is here. Hello,
Kathy L. So good to see you, Kathy.
Wendy Johnson.
Wendy, I hope that you and Roger are doing very, very well, and look forward to seeing you very soon. That Coop Cruise is just around the corner. Are you looking around the corner?
Yeah, it's not there.
It is. It really is. It's right there.
No.
Gotta keep looking. Oh my goodness. Jamie Wilhite.
Hey, Jimmy Wilhite.
Jimmy.
I said Jamie.
He's calling you Jimmy. That's not fair.
I said Jamie. Did it not come out proper?
Yeah, it didn't. I don't know.
The brain to mouth interface is not working. I'm missing a spring.
That gas needs to be shut off. Would you be able to shut the gas off?
That wasn't me.
You guys bear with Anthony as he has to turn around and turn off our. We do have a gas ignition for the fireplace, so it's a real fireplace.
Magic key. But
Magic Key brings that gas, that propane over. So, man, you know what? It's my chair that is blocking the view. We didn't get to really set up this room exactly how I wanted it to show the Christmas tree, to have the Merry Cruisemas kind of the vibe. Something different. But hang on a second, guys. She's
gonna fidget with the chair. This is what we go through.
This is
about 4 hours prior to the cruise here.
You get a glimpse of the fireplace and the hubby and the tree. You get all in one.
They don't want to look at me.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's keep on saying hellos. Daniel
Fields. Hello.
Hello, Daniel. Let's see. We're getting there. Almost all our regulars. So excited to meet Hannah on the Coop Cruise, says Jamie. Yeah, oh my gosh. And Hannah gets a little bit intimidated by not necessarily remembering everybody's names. And I'm like, you don't have to. Just be yourself, Will G, so good to see you. Oh, thank you for being here.
I call myself Andy every once in a while.
And look at you are goofy. Oh my heavens. Mercy is saying hello to us, our whole plaque clan. Actually, we have an additional plaque in the house.
We do.
Until February, we have our daughter Naomi is here.
Who's the owner of the cat, said cat.
Yes.
That is going after Jan Tree.
Cat hasn't really gone after the tree too much.
A little bit.
But
I'm intimidated by it.
It's a good
She's
kitty.
Right there, actually. She was wondering about.
That's our Bella, our smush face. Julie, hello, Julie.
Hello, Julie.
Thank you for being here. Crazy Cat had to say, Go Ducks, had to get one more out of my system. Okay, now it's going to be a long dry spell until the Rose Bowl.
William
Oh,
Hanson Jr. is here.
William
Hello.
Hanson. And Jamie was commenting about our thumbnail with the Q's Cruisers. We
Great.
did have, oh my gosh, we had an
Phenomenal.
amazing time. I think this was one of the most relaxing cruises
One of
that we've
two.
done together. Just really enjoyed it. Scott McNeil,
Hello,
I
Scott.
love your little picture in there. He's the Grinch.
Yes.
I love it, Scott. Oh my gosh. All right, we're going up in the chat to say hello to everyone. And Timothy
So we're working
Walters.
backwards.
Timothy
Hello,
Walters is feeling
Timothy.
kind of tired. So, Timothy, if you're still here, much love. Absolutely to
brother.
you. Mr. Z, hello,
Mr.
hello.
Z,
So good
hello.
to see you, Mr. Z.
Hello,
Thank
hello.
you for being in the chat. That is all.
Daniel Field said
We are
LOL.
officially caught
Sharon
up.
at Sea is here.
Look at Sharon at Sea. Much love to Sharon and Jamie and
Hello.
the fam. I bowed out early. And this kind of goes along with our news. Sue O'Connor, I didn't get to say hi to Sue. Cruise Nuts. Oh my goodness.
Crazy
so
Cat
many
Traveler,
people.
bad news. You're saying you're off the Coop Cruise. People will riot.
No.
We're not rioting.
Kevin
Not
Brew,
us.
the Brewbakers were on the Venezia, I think, with yes, still on the Venezia. Lee arrives tomorrow. Oh, very cool. Oh my gosh, that is fun. I think we're caught up with the chat. Sue, always good to see you here. Sue O'Connor and D's Nuts, Cruise Nuts, always good to see you too. We are not off the Coop Cruise. No, we actually lost a dear fuzzy family member today.
We did.
And this might get a little emotional and not trying to bring the chat down, but our Sam, our fur baby, our dachshund doggy,
Wiener dog.
sometimes
Sausage.
you heard him squeaking and playing in the background in our chats. He is no longer with us and has passed on. So he lived a good old 16 and a half years. 16 years. So he was born in 2008. He's been with our family through all the kids growing up and through high school with them all, college with them all. Hannah remembers him being born. We bred his mom and dad were ours dogs, and we had 3 litters, and the last litter was Sam's litter, and we kept Sam.
And he was the runt of the thing.
He was our boy. He wasn't the runt. Oh my gosh, he wasn't the runt.
He wasn't?
But he was our black and tan that we kept, and he loved to eat. But in his end days, he couldn't eat, so we couldn't even give him his he couldn't keep anything down. It was really, really hard. It's been a tough go. We think maybe that he might have waited to get real bad until we got home, and it was just as we were getting home from the cruise, he really declined. He's been getting weaker the last few weeks, months. He got to a point where he would get very needy and would not be able to go up the stairs anymore. So we had to carry him up and down stairs. He actually rolled down the stairs, I think on a live stream.
Yeah.
So he was getting weaker, but it's been a little bit of a challenge. It's been a whole he's been a part of our family for a long, long time and been a wonderful dog. And yes. So he is passed away. Yeah. Yeah. We were going back to the conversation we had before. Jamie said Jimmy is the ex-husband. Oh my goodness, Jamie. I'm sorry. Sue O'Connor, thank you. It's good to have the tree up. We had actually, with the goodbyes for Sam, we had Eddie over, and we knew he was declining pretty much this last weekend. We were trying to kind of medicate him to get his pain down, and dealing with, it's kind of difficult when you're trying to deal with medicating and not being too quick to, you know, to take him out of his misery. You want to be able to um, give him a chance, just in case. But the whole family came around, and then we all decorated the tree together. So that was real special. And Eddie got to say goodbye to the dog. And then today, when we brought him into the vet, he got where it was pretty evident, and he couldn't barely move anymore. So um, it was definitely time. But we were able to have the four of us. So Anthony, myself, Hannah, and Naomi were all there. And it was good to be there with him and be able to be there and, whisper our love to him. But
Christmas is here. Hello, Christmas.
anyway, I had been saying hi to Cruise Nuts, but that's okay. I love you, honey. It's been a go. Nancy Fields, hello, Nancy. Much love to you. Yes,
Yeah,
Naomi
is
is home. She is home. She has now graduated from her master's program, so she has one more week of school, which is really odd because she's graduated and met all her requirements, but they still have her doing classes for
She
one
has
more
a
week.
2-week class on billing.
No, it's just goofy,
It is.
and they're talking about student loan forgiveness and all kinds of things, which she said, well, some of these things don't apply to me. So anyway, it's been great to have Naomi. Yo, Danny D,
Danny D, hello.
much love. Oh,
Hello.
I've been talking with Danny D. She'd like to have us be part of the Helping Hands for Cruising Cruisathon, but right now we've been pretty much occupied with Sam, and I couldn't really commit to much of anything because of just having a lot on our minds.
Nancy feels
So yes, Nancy. So thank you, Will G. Thank you, everybody. Sue O'Connor. It's very hard to lose an animal that has been with you for so many years. 16 is amazing. 16 and a half. We were hoping he'd get to Christmas one more time, but about like 2 or 3 years ago, we were thinking he may not make another Christmas. So
we got a couple more. We got a couple out of him.
We have had more than we thought. He did have heart failure, and he was on heart failure medications, but that's not really what took him. It was more of a GI thing, but I mean, that's all. He just wore out, basically. He just couldn't eat anymore. Nancy, I know that you've had some struggles with your animals too. Everybody that has had losses with their fur babies, that's or family members too.
That's more severe.
Yeah, it's definitely a grieving process, and something that does make it feel a little bit more easy to cope with is remembering the good times and some just talking about the good times. So those memories bring you through. So yeah, good life for a dog. Had a good home. He definitely was. He was in our home long time. But yes, we were concerned about how because Hannah's on the Coop Cruise with us, how we were going to manage taking care of him, because as he was getting older, he had more needs, quite honestly, and how you manage animals, while you're away. It's really important that they're taken care of. You want them to have the best of care, and don't want anything disastrous to happen while you're gone. So that all goes into this cruise life. When you are out on vacations, you need to make sure that if you have fur babies or loved ones, that you're taking care of those as well. So all of that. All right. Danny D says she only has 1 day of work and then off till December 30th. That is amazing. Thank you, Kathy L. Thank you, everyone, for your wonderful words and your support. And Anthony, you are so loving. Thank you so much. I'm going to give you my big heart. my big heart. Sorry for your loss, Nancy. Here's a little something. Love you guys. Love you back, Anthony.
Absolutely love
Thank
you back.
you so much. You're an amazing mitigator, amazing person. We really appreciate you so much. Yeah, Sue says after losing her fur baby last November, no more. Too difficult to say goodbye. But they bring so much to your lives too. So really creative. Hello,
Hey.
Blaine. Thank you
Blaine.
for being here. Sorry that you came on the you came at the hard note when we were just talking about the, our
Beauty and the
doggy.
Bum, Larry is here.
Beauty and the Bum Travels. So good to see you, Larry, getting excited for this Coop cruise. Definitely. So that is actually, it is somewhat of a relief that we don't have to worry about Sam while we go on this cruise. Not that we would ever wish to have him gone, but he was, this was just the way that nature played out, and maybe a bit of a blessing. Hannah and I we've been talking a lot about timing of things, and all of how that worked. And he was definitely at a point where he was ready. So hello, the Z Show Cruise Fun. Good question. On to something to distract our brains a little bit from this loss.
Cruise?
How was the cruise? It was wonderful. It really
Great
was. It the all the most of the passengers on board. We did have one particular lady, but I think she was having a bad day. But most of the passengers very relaxed, very easygoing, great at standing in lines, like no contention in the lines that we had to stand in. Good attitudes, really pleasant fellow cruisers. We did find out with the last week we talked a bit about the Port of Galveston and how hard that embarkation was.
Yeah.
And we found out from the porter a bit of insight why that was. It was because of the rain, believe it or not.
So at the Port of Galveston, if it's going to be raining out, you will have less porters there because the porters will call in.
They don't want to work in the rain.
They don't want to work in the rain.
Yeah.
And he said that's a regular thing. He said we just don't regularly that we don't work in the rain. So there's something you got to kind of watch for when you're down there.
It was definitely weather dependent, but when we arrived,
so it's kind of a porter strike, but
it was a little bit. It was a shortage of porters.
Mm-hmm.
So when we arrived, it was drizzling. It was kind of rainy, not pouring, but drizzly. But porters just called in, and when we came back and debarked the ship, it was a beautiful day. It was a lovely sunny day in the 50s, but lots of porters abounding, and beautiful debarkation, just very smooth,
like a different port almost that we were
going through, really smooth sailing. We got our Uber, lovely, just waiting in the line to get off the ship, it went pretty smoothly. There was a little issue with Anthony getting his drone. They had taped up the wings of the drone.
They wrapped tape all around
adhesive tape. So
messing up my
so they shouldn't have really even touched it, but they did. But I think somebody thought they were going to be protecting it, but really don't understand drones, which is frustrating. It will really make us reconsider whether
I think that's
the drone comes along or not.
I think that's the intention. I think it is to dissuade
they don't want you to have drones because they're afraid of you flying a drone off the ship. Like, I don't understand why that's such a big deal.
Well, we have that whole drone
don't understand
craziness that's going on in New Jersey right now, where they're trying to outlaw drones, and it's like, why?
I can see if they're up in like private property and up in people's like business. Najuma, so good to see you. Merry Christmas to you and yours.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just crazy to have the drone, the drone drama. But yeah, it's hard. Animals never betray you. You love them so much, says Wendy. Yes. He definitely will stay in our hearts, live in our hearts. And we're going to he's on his way to get cremated. So we'll have my
Nancy.
little Sam
Nancy
ashes.
lost our Mo a year
Yes.
ago.
Yeah, about 18 years, 5 months, and Max 2 years ago. I knew you had
Who's 10?
I knew you had recent fur babies that you lost. Precious Wicket, who is 10, had to lost our dog 2 years ago, down to one animal.
Right.
So you're down
Wicket.
to the one Wicket who is 10 right now. Oh, well, you love that Wicket. I'm sure you will.
But getting off of it was just
yes.
great. We
Yes.
also discovered why. So the ship itself has gotten beat up pretty badly.
It did. Like, so that is, I know we seem very negative. We're trying
We're
to
just trying
be
to share with you guys what's
open
going
with,
on.
it was a beautiful cruise, and we're going to
Awesome.
talk
And
about
the ship
the
itself is
positives. We're
beautiful.
definitely going to.
Yeah.
And it is a lovely ship, but it is beaten
For a
for
year-old
less
ship.
than a year-old
Yeah,
ship.
yeah.
It is, we were both, Sarah and Bob and ourselves, we were like, wow, we can't believe
Well, and it's not.
there's definite damage. Like there's a wave sensors to the bathroom. They're like buttons where you just wave your
Been
hand. I
smashed in.
love them because they let you do like a touchless entry into the bathroom stall, or not into the stall, but into the bathrooms themselves, so you don't have to touch the handle of that bathroom. I love that idea. It makes me feel so good to in and out of the bathroom, just a wave of your hand. All of them had been smashed in all around. There's the toilet paper holders have been like ripped out of the wall. It's just,
Well, and it's so
it's
bad.
just terrible. Like there's
the-
a lot of damage on there.
The ship is in such a state that corporate was actually on the ship. We actually got to see. I got to see the head of operations.
Yeah.
For Carnival was on the ship reviewing it, and we ended up getting a chance to.
We spoke with Pierre,
Pierre,
the hotel director.
Yep, and Pierre was speaking with the executives about this.
Now, Pierre is a wonderful hotel director. He's
awesome.
one of he goes from flagship to flagship. He's been on the Mardi Gras and
he sets the ships up
celebration and the Jubilee. He sets up the the rooms. How
it's working, how the operation.
The director of the hotel part of
very
the cruise
successful
ship.
with that.
But we talked to
Carnival's
him a
lucky to have him on it.
Yeah.
And
Well, so when talking with Pierre just before the platinum party, he said most of this damage happened during 1 week, and they know
Thanksgiving week.
They know specifically it was Thanksgiving week. That sailing that the damage occurred, and it was just they said that it was a group of people that damaged the ship, and that's as much as he
damage.
That's as much as he said. But he
ended up drawing Carnival corporate to the ship itself.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in passing, I got a chance to listen to them talking, and they were talking about this being a P1 event. A P1 event is a major event. It would be like an engine outage type of thing. And they're considering it pretty, that a less than a year old ship has been damaged as bad. Yeah. So there's some bad cruisers out there, and I think that they know who they are. My guess is that they're going to be persona non grata from this point out. But
you're going to take them out?
No, person not welcome.
Oh, okay. It sounded like a Italian, like mafia. We're gonna get a hit out on these guys, and they're gonna.
Well, that too.
Sue says, hoping for no rain in February when we're down
there.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
It's a tricky port. It's a different feel of a port.
Controversial cruising. Hello.
Oh, hi, Cece. Controversial cruising. So good to see you. Yeah, let's see what everybody else is saying. Crazy Cat said, I'm glad I didn't have any issues when I sailed out of Galveston, but Royal has a totally different terminal. Yeah. Yep. The feel of the terminal down there, it's interesting.
But I would think you would have some of the same issues because the porters are the same union. And if the porters in one are not working because of the rain, my guess is that
I
they
don't
would work
know.
with
It was
It's
a
interesting.
bad embarkation. I'll
But
tell you that.
it's at least good to know root causes of things, right?
Thank you,
So-
Karen. So good to see you, Karen Griswold.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your well wishes.
But the ship itself was awesome. We had just such a great time.
Carol asked if you had a hard case for the drone. It might help.
No, that's not the issue. It wasn't.
He
the hard-
does, but
I
he
do.
didn't want to leave that. It's actually expensive with the charging, right?
Yeah, well, my controller itself is like $1,200
Mhm.
because I have the Pro controller, and they wanted
It's
to keep
such a
it on
bummer
the
because this small drone is why this is why we have the drone is for cruising. It
Well,
should
there's only
be
2 people
informative.
on the whole ship that had a drone, and I even saw that on
Oh
their
my
list.
lord, just no,
No, I
more
saw it on
of
their
this.
list.
No more.
Yeah.
Okay, enough of the drone
No,
drama.
we're not going to keep talking
No
about that.
more.
But the ship itself is absolutely wonderful.
Mary Ellen said it wasn't all damaged like that when she was on there.
Yeah,
but
that's the
Mhm.
thing. That's why, like I said, because if corporate
so
is out there,
sad to see
if head of
that.
operations is on the ship talking to the hotel director about what to do and how to correct this, that's yeah. So
Mercy said that we have ashes from our last one, decided against another doggy because of our travel schedule.
That's right.
All our children have pets and we dog sit for them. And that's kind of where we're at right now. I think eventually we'll have another doggy down the line as we travel less. But right now it's just a little easier to
yeah.
but I don't know that push pull of having the fur babies. If the children have the fur grandbabies, then we can babysit them and have that.
So one of the things I wanted to talk about is we absolutely loved the buffet. The buffet during this season was really, really good.
Yes,
Yeah, Pierre is the best. What a
Mary
great
Ellen
guy.
says Pierre is the best,
He's a
and really
great guy.
remembers Pierre. He was on Celebration.
Yeah,
He is a very social and really
loves to talk to the
yes, he
people.
really likes to connect, and he's very
Wants to hear what's
upfront.
going up.
He was
Yeah.
very clear with us about
What do you like? What do you dislike? He
Mhm.
wants to hear it all, right?
Yeah. Here,
So-
let me kind of adjust this so that guess that your
He
belly.
keeps going and bobbling. Let me bobble this, right?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it just right. Oh, did he mention if the group of people were maybe Packer fans?
No.
Of course they wouldn't. But yeah, why would people trash a ship? If they know who it is, they should ban them. Yes, yeah, playing with fire.
Yeah, Pierre kind of made it sound like they knew exactly who it was, and that they, you kind of get that sense that we know who they are, and it's not going to happen again with
Keith W,
Hello,
hello. What was your favorite bar and drink? Oh, Dr. Inks was amazing.
Dr. Inks is amazing.
We did not really get to feel
We
that
got Alchemy.
the Golden Mermaid. We didn't get to really
we didn't
have
do
a
that.
feel of. We did not have the drink package.
Typically, it was the closest bar.
We did the Alchemy martini tasting.
Yes.
That's a whole experience.
Yeah, that was.
Kind of fun.
They ended up, so they had a,
Newbie at Alchemist.
which is good for us because she tried to do it. So they tried to do this pour with
They
all the
did
cups.
so she made all the mixes and then she stacks them.
They stack them and then they kind of pour it sideways to hit all the cups at the same time.
All the small
And she
martini
missed. She was
cups.
getting stuff in there, and they
She
kind
was
of blended a
mixing-
bit.
She was blending
So we
one
got a
into
lot of extra
another.
alcohol out of that one. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Then you're supposed to guess which ones were which. So
And I could definitely taste rum in one of them that didn't have rum in it. And she's like, "Okay, that's a problem. Let
she
me
went
remake."
back and she
She
remade
remade them
all
all.
of them.
Yeah,
Except the first one, but that was fun. So if you guys have done martini tasting and at
it's
Alchemy
really
Bar?
cool.
You can only do it the first day. We got there a little late. Usually they only allow it till 10 o'clock, and we had got there at
10:30.
10:30.
Yeah.
And so we kind of thought maybe we would be too late for it, but
And they're like, "No, we can do it."
it
They're
was
like,
fun. So
they
we-
were light actually. They
It
only
was
had like 4 customers there.
So it was
at that
really
time.
something fun that Anthony and I were
A
able
lot
to
of
do.
new cruisers on that ship.
Yes.
This time.
A ton of new cruisers. In fact, the
Lots.
Platinum and Diamond Party, where you expected on that big of a ship to be packed,
Yep.
it was not that packed.
Well,
it
we
was
got-
just
And we got a chance
Nice.
to talk to Johan of Real Deal Cruising.
real deal Rotan.
Real Deal Rotan. That's it.
So Johan he owns an excursion company.
It's really
in
good. This
Roatan.
is the real deal. Anyways, we were talking with Johan, and he was saying that they're seeing the same amount of ships that they're packed, but there's just not a lot of people coming off on the excursions. And he thought too that it might
He
be.
actually said they're not as full, but I'm not sure that
Well, they're not seeing the excursions. He said, I don't know. He said they're just not
they
coming
just
off.
aren't bookings like
And
as
so
many
he's
excursions. Maybe
when I told him that
those.
we've got a lot of new cruisers, he goes, that makes sense.
Mhm.
He said because the new cruisers typically don't get involved in the shore excursions as much.
That are
when
not the
yeah.
private shore excursions, not
Correct.
the ones
Not
that
the ones on Carnival.
ship,
Yeah.
not the cruise line excursions. They're
Because they do have you
the other
pretty
ones.
convinced that if you're not there at the right time, they are going to leave without you. And we actually had one of the days, the last day, we had a lot of people
Cozumel. We
in
had
Cozumel,
queues in
like crazy,
Cozumel.
like by the droves.
Keith keeps on saying was asking about favorite bar and drink, so I don't know how we got off on that.
We're squirreling here.
Dr. Inks has
Dr.
a
Inks is
bubble
good.
drink and then also like a stamp drink and a seafoam drink. So we tried the seafoam drink. We did not try the stamp drink, but we saw it made. That was really cool. They had like a press where they like put this drink into a machine and it like made a printed like a printed foam of an octopus on the top of that drink.
Dr. Ink.
Telling you, if you did have the drink package, it would be fun to do the drink package on that ship because there's so many unique drinks. Dr. Inks has a lot of drinks that I would have liked to have tried, but they were costly. Like each drink, if you didn't have the drink package,
$400 for a drink.
Like, no, I talked about it last week. It was like $16.85 with gratuities.
And we thought they were more about what we found out later.
Yeah, but still, that's costly. You know, it's almost $17 for a drink, but the seafoam drink and the bubble drink.
Very
creative. We did like both of those drinks. I'd say Dr. Inks so far for us, but we really did like the martini tasting as well. And then you always have to love, your first drink of the cruise. I usually just get a fun ship, so I did enjoy the fun ships, and they offer fun ships at the
ship is funner after you drink it.
The platinum party. So I got a few of those. That's always very fun to have those fun ships. They have a lot of alcohol to them. Somebody is up here. Mary Ellen said, New York is smoother than Galveston Port. Yes, the ship is beautiful. It is. And we really are getting familiar with that XL vibe, Shauna, hello. Thank you for the love and hugs. Hope all is well. Prayers for Madison and the recent tragedy. Yes. Terrible. So Madison is right by us. Actually, Naomi went to school, she lived in Madison, actually. She didn't go to school there, but she did.
She went to a few classes.
But she lived in Madison for her first couple of years after graduating university, and then got into the certified anesthesiology assistant program, which she now graduated from. But prayers and much love, and please pray for the families of all involved with that school shooting. Tragedy, and having it so close to home, because Madison is really just like an hour away from
Jamie says people need to remember with facial recognition they can find offenders and charge them. When you get your picture taken with Carnival, that is going into the facial recognition,
and they have cameras all over.
They have
so
6,000 cameras on that ship, just in the public areas. So it's very easy to track and trace who did what when and at what place. Usually not by the restrooms where those buttons are, but you can kind of tell who's coming and going in there, and what's kind of going on.
It's just sad to see the damages on board, but it still is a beautiful new ship. Danny D said must be her fur baby. But now you don't have to worry about where he's going to go with the planning, all of that.
Mary Ellen is right.
Here is the reason for the upgrades and improvements to the cabin on the XL class.
It was he's a big push on that.
I'll tell you what. So my coworker, when we got back from the cruise, asked, she said, what was your favorite part of the cruise? And I thought about it a bit, but I've been thinking about it. We didn't have the best weather the entire time, but we didn't have the worst weather. It was rainy and cloudy several of our port days, but we enjoyed that balcony. I think the balcony was, and our cabin was the highlight of the cruise. And I know that might seem like a, not exciting part, but the balcony it just felt very wide and deep, and it was very well protected, where sometimes the sun would come in on the balcony, but when during the rainstorms, we were not getting wet on that balcony. So it was really beautiful.
That would be my number one.
We could sit out there on the balcony during the rain. In fact, in Roatan, when we had a little excursion that we came back early from, we sat on our balcony and watched the rain and the thunder and lightning. We heard the thunder and lightning in the distance. It was like a gentle rain. It wasn't like a big boomer, but just a little bit of that rolling thunder. And it was just very peaceful. We kept the balcony door open for most of the trip, until we got kind of more
back towards Galveston.
As it got hotter, it got
depends. We had it out open and closed at times.
Like Costa Maya, I think it got a little bit more humid, and
but we also had a second thing that we really liked about the ship, and that was Kindle.
Oh my gosh, Kindle Fire, the cruise director.
She is amazing.
I was so surprised at how much I enjoyed her.
She was amazing.
She was a ton of fun.
So witty and so fast.
Bunch of energy, and very fun-loving.
Yes.
Very.
If you get a chance to go on a cruise with her, you'll love it.
Accuse her of being fake. I didn't feel like she was fake one bit.
She's very real.
Cruise director, you are on. You have to be on. You have to be engaged. You have to be on. You have to know that you are like the cruise director. So you're the leader. Yeah. Let's go. You're the leader of the party. So that's what you need to do. You need to have that energy. She brought that energy. Even with the slippery sail away, she made sure that nobody was like breaking a hip or anything. They were keeping it like low key, little bit of line dancing, but none of these like wild dance offs, because like her big concern was that nobody gets hurt and trying to
especially on day one of the cruise,
but also rallying everybody to have a great cruise to get together. And that's part of the sail away party, is having that great cruise together. So, oh my gosh, Crazy Cat Traveler, not sure you're live next week. So here's your Christmas present, chat.
Thank you, dear.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, much love to you. I can't wait to see her and travel with our sweet friend Beth in March. That's going to be amazing.
Steve Morales, hello. Oh, I'm late. Yes.
Kitty, do you want to hear Naomi? Naomi is secretly, I know Naomi doesn't want to come on camera, but she does want to say,
here's our
Miss Bella.
Merry Christmas, kids.
Bella's like, what are you doing to me? There's our pretty kitty. There's our fur grand kitty. Yes. Bella, make Bella. She's our crabby cat.
Yeah. Mary Ellen, Kindle isn't fake at all. Love cruising with her, but there's a but here.
Good baby. Thank you, Naomi. Naomi, the chat wants to say hello to you. You do not have to come on camera. Coming from behind
no
the
but.
scene. Oh my god.
Kimberly Lovell, love Kindle Fire. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh,
if you get the
chance to sail with Kindle Fire, she really so much fun. And even standing
Love
in
and
the
Marriage
line
show
she did great.
Really,
she's hilarious. Oh my goodness. A little on the naughty side. The later it got, the more naughty it got.
She got,
But I mean, she was a stitch.
And even the question one, which is that where they do the Family Feud.
Oh man,
was hilarious.
She hosted Family Feud.
Hilarious.
She would kind of hinted to some of the answers. She was always trying to get people to be able to win.
She was trying to work on that.
Family Feud. Hilarious. That was a ton of fun. The shows were good.
Steve Harvey has nothing on her.
Harvey's funny, but
Kindle
was great.
Kindle is
she did a great job.
She would be awesome.
one of the teams ended up winning, getting exactly the amount of points that they
Yeah,
needed to win.
Exactly.
With the help of Kindle, I have to say. But oh, and you know what? The other there was a new show that we just watched that was really, really fun and actually told a little bit of a story.
Letter to my future husband.
Dear future husband.
Dear future husband. That was actually really
It
good.
was a good show. It was cute. And
it was still
whimsical.
it's still along the lines
Song and dance.
Song and dance.
So you
of
got all
different
the
popular
collections
songs,
of
right?
songs and dances to
But the storyline was really good. They actually
had a storyline
and integrated into the cruise. So it really is like a part of the cruise that's there. It's almost like a murder mystery type of
fun.
Yeah, like a murder mystery type of event. So if you get a chance, you're going to want to watch that because that was just absolutely
That was
phenomenal.
in the theater, and it was really, really good. It was the first time we saw Celestial Strings back in the XL in the theater on an XL ship.
Because they were in the Jubilee.
No, we were used to them being on Central Stage.
Right, Central Stage.
Yeah, not the Jubilee. It's the Jubilee is the
Central Stage. Yeah.
But yeah.
And they did a new one, which is the One World, was that? Or the
Yes, yeah.
That was interesting
that
too.
was cool with the elephant and all the different
all the different cultures. Not all the different cultures, but a bunch.
Yeah, they were definitely cultures that were missing.
Yeah.
But it was pretty neat. We got to see that the very last night. That was so some really good shows. And even though it was an ultra cruise, which for the gamblers, you'll know what that means. That ultra cruise means that they have invitations and special perks for gamblers on board. Even though the casino was very, very busy, Sarah went to the casino every night and she did great. She did fantastic. Yeah. She seemed like she had a great time. We were not able to spend time in the casino this time around. We just did not have that disposable income, but there's our kitty cat. Yeah, Danny D. She's like, what are you doing to me? Well, Naomi she offered her up as a tribute.
Naomi is our daughter. The cat is Bella.
Bella is our Naomi's cat. So
yeah,
your future husband loved it. Yes, and the live band and Summer's Landing
was good.
We did not. We
saw it a little bit.
Oh, maybe you saw it a couple of times. Summer's Landing is on the back of the ship, kind of
by the barbecue.
It's on level 8, on deck 8. So there's the tides pool area on deck 16, and then deck 8 has Summer's Landing. It's one of our favorite places to chill out. And actually, they have really hot tubs there,
but they're short.
They're shallow.
They're very shallow, but they're hot. It's nice.
Very hot tubs. Right. So that was really, really nice. They were a little busy. No, not too bad though. Not really too bad. The nice thing is that you could look at we were in the hot tubs when we sailed away from Cozumel. And so we were watching all of the pier runners in Cozumel. We were going to go to Chankanaab, and that did not work out. Anthony had some work. Our friends, Sarah and Bob, just didn't feel like going. It was a little bit of a cloudy day. I wanted to go, but by myself, it did not really pay to have a single person in a taxi. There and back would have cost me $30. So I was like, I think I will just and going off by myself. That other thing, just being I'm adventurous and I can do single travel, but I just didn't feel it. So what we found was a little beach that was right at the pier there, overlooking out to the ships. And they had a little sandy area. Now, you couldn't go into the water. There were rocks and you couldn't go into the water right there, but sand that had been obviously brought in and loungers right there. So you could
just relax in the sun.
Trees. It was beautiful. And it was all
looking at the ships.
Yeah, looking at the ships, listening to the water. Yeah. We enjoyed our day
There were 6 ships then?
Well, there were 3 Carnival ships. So
3 Carnival ships, 2 Tuna of the Sea,
2 of the Royals,
1 of the
and
Princess.
There was a couple of Norwegians at the other docks.
Okay, so there's a couple of Norwegians. I know one for sure.
Yeah.
So it's pretty packed.
Wendy said we had Dan in the Bliss, and he was so funny. I love that. Any other questions you guys have about the Jubilee?
Yeah, so Keith asks a question. Do they still use Central Stage for a lot of shows? Yes, all the time.
Definitely.
The Central Stage, I think
the nice thing about Central Stage is it's more informal. So you can kind of catch
something, kind of walk away. Like, there's some shops on the outside edge. So you can get like coffee or other things while you're there, right? So they used to, in fact, we were kind of talking about this during the Platinum show.
Hello, Stephen.
Dear future rooftop.
Dear future rooftop.
So we were talking a little bit about this. So the design of the ships, like with the Dream class or with they used to have the bar that was right in the stage area,
the atrium.
In the atrium.
So
area.
it kind of took the place of the atrium.
Right.
Yeah.
And here now they've not only got the bar that's right there, they've actually got two bars that are right above each other.
They have a bar.
They have
on
a
6
coffee
and a bar
station there with some free meals, free sandwiches.
That Sarah and Bob said they had great breakfast sandwiches. Yeah. So
and then like the candy store is there, and there's a number of things that are right in that area.
The shops around 6,
so
7, and 8.
You can kind of enjoy the show, but at the same time, kind of do other things. So it's good for those of us who are a little bit more ADD. And squirrel.
Want to keep on going, but still get a little bit of the show. Yeah. Now the disadvantage is that trying to get like
it gets noisy at times.
It gets noisy, and trying to get a good view of the show. There are just certain places where you can have the show. Oh, they did have a nice Christmas show. They had a lot of shows because it was Christmas time, so they were trying to do.
So to answer your question, a lot. They're using it a lot, and they're really using the blades a lot more too.
The blades are what they call the screens, and they're really interesting to see how they maneuver.
It is.
They are like panels that come down, and they like come down and then they rotate around, and then that's where the LED. I mean, it's high technology, and they have lasers in that Central Stage area.
People flying about. They do airplanes.
People on all the high ropes things. Oh man. They had a high ropes guy. He could do all kinds of maneuvers. I mean, like all these, he made it look so easy.
It was the abs you could do laundry on.
It was crazy. But then he was also part of the cast. He was a regular dancer on all the shows. So they had the Christmas show with a
D&G.
Oh, D&G. My goodness. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, our sweet, sweet friends. Thank you so much. You are so generous. Thank you. Yes, Central Stage had Rio Carnival. We are one, the Latin set, the Ringmaster. Oh, we did not see Ringmaster Rhapsody.
That was...
I think they might have had the Christmas.
They had the Christmas show instead of that. Yeah.
You want to talk about the Christmas tree?
Well, there's one little thing with the Christmas tree.
So the background, the
lovely.
LED had a
Christmas tree,
like a background of a Christmas tree, and
gorgeous.
With a
very high res,
with a rocking chair, and like a
fireplace. Yeah, they do have fireplaces on cruise ships. Everybody thought I was kidding.
It was all on the screen.
Yeah,
it's really kind of freaky. They had the star that they used for the Christmas tree, and Anthony is like, all right, I might be going a little overboard on observing this,
but it's a red pentagram.
It was an upside down star, and it was red, and it was just
a pentagram. It's not your normal star. They actually had the pentagram shape
into that. And why in the world they would choose that? So if you guys are going on a Christmas cruise and you're going to a Christmas show, I'm just curious if you noticed that as well. But we took some pictures of it. It's just odd. Why would they specifically
do an upside down star?
Upside down and in red. I don't understand.
This didn't make sense.
It
was the only minor thing. I mean, it's minor.
Ship to shore cruise news. Hello. Thank you so much. What happened to the Sarah tube? Oh my goodness, Steve. Sarah was a ton of fun.
She was.
But she and Bob, they just enjoyed relaxing together with us. They were really in relaxation mode.
Yeah.
And we're inspirational with unplugging, right? Trying to unplug
Yes, yeah,
a little
absolutely.
bit. Bob, I think got you to
You got me
kind of
thinking.
rethink. We did get to have pretty decent. We only bought one internet package, and we're able to have internet in our room for both of us. So
Yes.
that worked out real well. Out on the ship, only one could have it at a time, but in the room, we had it all. Anthony
And
had
that
it
worked
all
really
figured
well.
out. And then otherwise, we used it outside the ship, not on the inside, and not at central stage or in the inside of the ship, but toward the outside where you could see ocean. The walkie-talkies worked really well, so
Yeah.
we could communicate
And I'm
that way
improving
too.
that, so they're going to get better. So we can use them inside. So you can use them in the clear spaces if you're on the same floor or if you're towards the outside edges. But like your different floors, the metal of the ship kind of blocks.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and
We
I
had
think I
ways that
can,
we
I
could
think I can beat
communicate.
that though.
We did. So
Yeah.
Anthony is always trying to figure out technology and figure out different ways.
Well, just for that, because if we're going to go down to
ship.
one, so when we both have internet package, we can text each other. There's really no need for the radios. But if we're trying to go down to one package, which is a good thing to try and
we
figure
want
out,
to save $150 by doing that. So that
which is a few
saved
more
us.
drinks, which is good, you know. So it's all good.
Oh, Crazy Cat said, I love that Texan porters can't work in the rain. Meanwhile, I just drove home from work during what media calls atmospheric river. Hint, it's rain. Oh my gosh, Crazy Cat. You probably deal with a whole heck of a lot of that wet stuff.
Yeah.
We had, though, even though it was rainy in some of our ports, it was beautiful temperatures, like in that mild 70s, didn't like it stayed in the 70s, and that's very comfortable, very,
nice.
very comfortable. Like you can go
beautiful.
out and be like, oh, this is so comfortable. It's not hot, it's not cold, it's just right. And back at home, we were having like
Shauna,
we were having 3-degree temperatures,
Yeah.
3 degrees back here at home during that time.
Do get another cruise planned. You really should, because you deserve it, Shauna.
Oh, Shauna, thank you for being here. We really love having you be here and interacting with everybody.
Yeah,
Daniel asks, any progress on the Florida house?
So
we do. A little bit.
Yeah, so the house is painted and we have the bathrooms were demoed. So that's this week, yeah. So
and we're having some communications with
just made it
with adjusters.
Yes.
So
working with the adjusters, trying to get the insurance payments.
Yeah. So we're working on it. It's tricky. It's stressful.
It's just going to take the time that
it will take the time that it takes, you bet. Robin Allison, so good to see you. Merry Christmas. Thank you. We will try to have a show next.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. That's going to be Christmas Eve. That's going to be difficult for us.
Wow. Well,
so I thought we should talk at least about that with the family here. Yeah,
I'm stubborn. I haven't missed a Tuesday yet.
Yeah.
Not since 2020. I have not missed one Tuesday, and so I'm
this is
stubborn.
Christmas Eve, and typically Christmas Eve we do some things with the family, and that's kind of our tradition. So I was going to ask you about that as to what you thought. Kind of put you on the spot.
Well, I am stubborn with not giving up my live stream, but oh my gosh, Steve wants to see me mowing the lawn. Steve.
And that is mowing the lawn. I know with Steve it might seem like a euphemism, but it really is mowing the lawn.
Jamie said, I was in the 70s here today and I was in a sweatshirt all day. Well, there can be that 70s that's cold, and then the 70s that's not so cold.
I would say for next Tuesday, kind of stay tuned. It may be just a quick thing where Nancy just gets on for just a little bit.
Say, do a premiere video on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So just do a quickie, said Karen. And I think that's not a bad way. Maybe it's just a greetings to everybody.
Maybe a little earlier.
A little Merry Christmas.
Maybe a little earlier. That would be it.
Is my time. We'll see. We'll talk with the family. You guys stay posted on well, I'm thinking we'll at least say hello to the cruise community because
Stay posted on Facebook
everybody is doing things on Christmas
and probably on
Eve.
the channel forum
Yeah, so
to watch.
we will spend our time with family, but there's nothing wrong with the family saying hi to everybody either. Maybe just a quick hi, and that will be it. Oh my gosh. Oh, Crazy Cat Traveler just got a present when Celebrity finally let me print my luggage tags today.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that'll be next year. All right, everybody. So our time of chatting is done. I don't know that I talked about everything
Time has come.
from the Jubilee.
The day is through.
Oh no.
We'll
Anthony's
have more
gonna sing now.
ideas from you. So here's the issue, and I got to just say this
Mr.
real quick.
Rogers, isn't it?
Not just next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday, which is New Year's Eve night.
New Year's Eve.
So we have
Putting me on the spot here. Okay, everybody stay tuned because I'm not ready to make these decisions right now. New Year's Eve is our
Good night,
holiday that
everybody.
we host. So
Yes.
we're the hosts and hostesses for New Year's Eve. That
All
will
right,
be
everybody.
some flexibility. Great.
Safe travels.
God bless. Thanks everybody for following along. Everybody have a wonderful Christmas. If you don't,
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
yes, next week. And
Just in case.
love you all. Much, much love. Bye.
Bye.
It's time to go. Thanks so much for following along. Safe travels.
God bless.
Take care now. Oh no.
Camera's still on. Turn it
we're
off.
busted. Ah.
Don't say what we were talking about. Presents. Bye.